Renaissance, bridging theory with everyday practice. Before people learn, they must attend. That sounds obvious, but education often behaves as if it were optional. We overload slides, crowd instructions, speak too long without pause, ask questions too quickly, tolerate distractions, and then wonder why understanding has not stuck. The research base is far less forgiving. Working memory and attention are closely linked. What sits in focus of attention is what can be processed. And because working memory is limited, people struggle when too much arrives at once, or when signal is competing with too much noise. That is one reason guided instructions matter so much for novices. When prior knowledge is low, minimal guidance is usually less effective and less efficient than instructions that explain, models, and directs attention deliberately. This has practical force far beyond schools. In classrooms, it means clarity beats clutter. In staff training, it means a shorter, better structured explanation is often worth more than a long, inspirational talk. In meetings, it means the problem is not always that people are unmotivated. Sometimes the material has simply been poorly staged. In parenting, it means instructions given while a child is already divided between three other stimuli are unlikely to land well. Attention is not a moral virtue first, it is a cognitive requirement first. There is another part of this that deserves more respect. Pace. Mary Budd's work on wait time made a simple but enduring point. Teachers often leave less than a second after asking a question and less than a second after a pupil response. That is too fast for thought. A room can sound lively while being cognitively thin. A short pause, used well, is not wasted time. It gives thinking a chance to occur. That applies just as much in the workplace and at homes. If you want better contributions, better recall, better decision making, you often need less verbal crowding and more structured pause. Good learning design therefore protects attention. It chunks new information. It removes avoidable distractions. It tells the learners what to look for. It creates moments of stillness in which thinking can actually happen. That is one reason the most useful public scientific communication on learning often sounds calm rather than frantic. The point is not to perform urgency, the point is to make the mind available for the task. A good sequence could simply be to focus, reduce distractions, test yourself, review errors, and build routines that work with the brain's limits rather than against them. The tone may vary, the principle does not. This week, run one 20-minute learning block each day. Put everyone's phones away. One task only. One short pause for recall. After 10 minutes, then track how often the block is completed without interruption. If attention is absent, teaching is present only in appearance. Thank you.